Okay, so step on in. These are our new gates. This is the extension. So this is the new allotment that bordered ours and we decided to take it on. It did come with this lovely polytunnel, but it was in really bad condition when we took it and the plastic was ripped. And this year we don't really have the money to replace the plastic. So we're just using the soil to grow some pumpkins and some onions. And then next year we will most likely put some plastic on it and then we'll have 2 polytunnels. I have also inherited a number of plants on this plot. So that is some rhubarb, which I'm actually gifting to somebody else because I have so much I don't need that little patch. I also got this damson tree. It needs a bit of love. I gave it a hard prune, but it needs a harder prune. It was quite not well taken care of for a long time. So that's my bay tree. And then that's my artichoke. So that's where the back of my plot used to be. So there was a fence along here and a lot of the plants along here didn't get a lot of space to expand. And since I moved the fence, they're doing so much better. So I'm really, really happy about that. They'll have a lot more love in the next year and I have more room to mulch them and they'll be in great nick, hopefully. I have planted a lot of potatoes on this new plot because I have the space and potatoes are really good for cleaning soil that's not in great condition. So I thought it would be great use of the new plot for the year is fill it full of spuds. So I have first earlies and main crops. We'll have so many potatoes. The plot also came with a shed, this black shed here. So I will be hopefully getting rid of that soon. Not going to worry about it too much for this year. I've got enough to be doing. And then this will be the walkway between the 2 plots. So look at the difference, I suppose, between the well-established plot, which is my original one, and the other plot. I have to try and get out of the habit of calling this my plot and the other one like a different plot. They're both mine. So if you swing around here, you can kind of see that's the bay tree from the other side. So that was the back of my plot. And then that's where the fence was between the other one and mine. So just got some lovely plants in here. This is my favourite part of my plot. It's very different, changes a lot throughout the year. And that's my healthy rhubarb, so that's why I won't need to keep the scraggly rhubarb. I do have some lovely carrots coming up. They're in that lovely big deep bed at the back. I'm hoping that will do them good. I've never had much luck with carrots. I just can't seem to grow them. They're like my thing. They're my Everest. Yeah. These are my lovely strawberries. So I have this whole bed here of strawberries and mint, mostly chocolate mint. It's a really, really good combo. I know mint can be like a weed, but I like growing it. And plus when my strawberries stop being productive, the mint comes into its own and it seems to work well. So I do have some strawberries coming up. You can see now I have them resting on rocks there so they don't rot on the ground. And I cannot wait to harvest them. They should be ready now within the next couple of weeks. So we get a lot of strawberries. If this gorgeous spell of sunshine keeps up, we'll be very lucky. This is my messy corner. Every allotment has one. Don't judge me. So step on into my polytunnel. I have put a lot of love into it this year. I have some lovely chilies and peppers. That's them there. And then I have 3 different varieties of tomato growing. I started my tomatoes very late this year. We had a very, very dull March. So I waited. I think it paid off. They're quite healthy. I'm just going to pinch out this little side shoot here. And I will do a video on that soon. Yeah, so the 3 different varieties, but I'd say 8 to 9 tomato plants. I have 2 cucumber plants this year, and I am growing aubergines in here. I have 4 aubergine plants, and lots of lovely weeds, as you can see. And something's been nibbling on my aubergines. I'm not too pleased about that, but they should hopefully be okay. I don't like putting down slug pellets too often, so that's a lovely bit of French tarragon there too. And then coming from my polytunnel, you kind of get a good view now of like the 2 plots together. So the original one and then the extension over there. I really cannot wait to see how this looks in a year or two. It really looks quite well, and I can only imagine like how fab it's going to be when everything is well established. So I've got some onions, 4 whole sweet corns. Don't ask. The rest of them died. That's an empty bed. And I've got some healthy radishes in here. They're only 5 weeks old. I just want to show you these. 5 weeks old. Like, look how good they are. So they're huge. I'm going to have to pick most of them in the next week or 2. And I'll just sow some more. Radishes are great. They only take 6 weeks, really, from sowing to harvesting. And you have constant supplies. That's a little broccoli someone gave me. And this is my not-so-healthy beetroot. Beetroot is usually prolific for me. This year when I sowed it, my dog jumped up onto the bed and kicked all my seeds out. So I've only a few of them have taken. Thankfully, it's still quite early in the year and I can sow some more beetroot. I love growing it. It's such a great plant. And you can keep sowing it right up to throughout the summer. It can be quite, fast to turn around. This baby is asparagus. So this is the gate. This is the gate to the plot, the original gate. So you come in here, so you'll be able to see now when we swing around that we've got the original plot, and on the right hand side, that's the extension. So yeah, that's the 2 plots.